Yeah, right then guys, so I've got this kind of center overhead, I don't know what you call it, map reading light, dome light, obviously not working. They're quite common for these to fail, but when looking on eBay, most of these ones you can buy for about £180 don't come with the alarm sensors at the top, so I don't know if that's going to cause any issues if I replace it. So this one, they actually work, but the lights have stopped working, so I pulled out the board. Took all that apart. Be careful, this pin just fell out on the table. That pin came out where the blue one was. But we'll put all this back together if we can get this to work. Anyway, pulled out the board and there was a lot of corrosion. So when you look at some videos on YouTube, it says about to look for the connector that comes from, I believe, let's just check. I think it was this pin here. That's right, I'll get you there. And to test it, because they fail around about this area, so sometimes you can put a continuity test on there and check where it's coming through the board. They fail there, but this one's actually okay. But when I did look at the board, there was a lot of corrosion around this area here, and you can see where I've started scraping it off, because actually what I noticed was this one here wasn't making contact. So I put my continuity, put the reader on that hole, and then followed the line of touch, and that wasn't making it. So I just scraped it back just to see how far back it was, and it was just a tiny little bit that's not making contact. So that needs a repair. Following on from that, obviously turning it over, there was a lot of corrosion again on the concentrated within this area. So what I've done, I'll see if I can zoom you in without it going out of focus. So what I would do is touch. So yeah, it's going to go out of focus. Touch on the pins, follow where it goes, and then just check to see if we got continuity. So what I found is that large one there hasn't got it. So I'm going to repair that. I've tested all these other ones around here and they're okay. This little one here hasn't got it. And there was one more and I can't remember what it was, so I'm going to have to test again. Oh, I can just see it there, so it's just in here, there's one in there. You can just see that kind of messy area where I've tidied up, and the hole that goes through to the other side. So what I'm going to do is try and repair this. Now, I was trying to work out how to do that, because there's no way I can solder that. My soldering skills aren't that good at the best of times, and they're very fine. So I found this stuff on eBay. It was about $8.99. It's basically silver glue, and it's designed for, like, you can use the little brush and then paint it. So what I'm planning on doing is just painting literally where it goes, just to make and see if that works. So what I'm going to do is repair all the ones I know need to do, this side and the other side, leave it 24 hours it says, then I'll come back and then start checking all the continuity points between them, see if we've got a connection. If that works, I'll double check this side and the other side. If we need to, we'll put more repair on, and then we'll plug it back in and see if it works. There we go then, so that's those joined up. It's obviously not the easiest to do because it kind of just wants to run, but some of them are not too bad because they're quite far away. My concern will be for hang on, that one just there, because it's obviously close to everything else, so I kept it quite fine, but won't be able to test this until it's dried and then see if we've made any difference or not. Some of the ones where I got a bit of space, I've stuck a big old blob on, like these two, that one. I think that was everything this side, and then on this side we just have that tiny little bit which we've just put a bit on there to see if that repairs that. So just gotta wait for it to dry now. Once it's dry, we can put a continuity test on and see if it actually worked or if that stuff's just a gimmick. So I'll bring it back once it's dry. Right then guys, so I call this kind of a partial success, and the reason being, so that light works, this light's still not working. I have checked the bulb and the bulb's okay because I've swapped the bulbs over, so this side's not working. However, this one comes on, and if we press this one, they both come on. So using that actual paint, silver paint, and finding which connections were gone, it's actually caused this unit now to work. I could take it off and trace it back and see if I can find out what's going on with this one, but at the moment, actually, as long as I've got some lights working, I'm pretty happy with that. There's obviously just one connection, so we'd have to trace back from here. It could even be the switch. Yeah, so we'd have to look into that and see how that goes. But actually, 250 quid or £8.99 for a bit of silver paint and trace some wires back with a multimeter. Banging. Cheers guys for watching, and hope this helps you. There you go. So I couldn't let it sit because it was just bugging me why this light wasn't working. I found the smallest tiny little bit of corrosion. It was very tiny on one of the connectors, so cleaned it off. Now we're working. So literally everything now is bob on there. And then the actual, these ones work as well, or should work. There we go. The only thing I don't think works on this, and I think that's down to door sensors. So if I have it on, so I think that turns the, when you open a door, it should come on. So I believe it's the door sensors on here though that need to be looked at next. So, because that's not showing anything. I'll just try that with that actually off. Yeah, so I need to look at the door sensors next. But same again, happy with that. So as I was leaving, I had this one off, and then I opened the passenger door to go out of. The lights come on, but also I just noticed the alarm's going off. But hang on, let me just make sure this doesn't go off. So that's the van unlocked now. So let me lock it a minute. And then they go off. My only concern is now, is the alarm going to start going off? I think one of these turns the alarm off, and I can't remember which one, so let's just try that one. I ain't doing anything now. Is that because I'm locked? So let me unlock. Lights come on as well, which was good. Now it says off now, but I don't know if that's just in the back. Anyway, so I'm going to get out and then see what happens. Locked. Bang in. Just see if the alarm goes off now though.